Hey, sweet lemon spirits. I'm gonna come right back on. It's Care here. All right, so I did get some hits about, hey, well, we're all one, remember, and we're different generation of star seeds. So we have the new star seeds. That's actually, they're very much, they got it. Okay. What we're doing though is we're gonna do like our families have done in the past, and we're gonna implant already in their head that they're this person, this name, this who they are, everything. And we're not going to listen to them and say you're a kid. And what happens is to these precious children who already have it all, because it's the closest thing to what we are trying to get back to. Um, yes, you got to protect them. Yes, you got to do whatever. But no, I'm saying they are the closest thing to source that we are trying to work ourselves back to in aspect. Okay. And I've worked with some children before all this, before the awakening and everything. And I'm telling you, and these night terrors and the dreams they have, or they see stuff, they see things, you know, and you're telling them, oh, no, you don't. I was one of those kids. Please help them. Help them. Because what you're doing is when you tell them they don't see it, you think you're making it go away, but actually you're making it go away into yourself too. Remember, we're all one. We're all connected. All right. So what happens is there's your brilliant next generation that could actually better this world, any dimension. I don't care what dimension. They're above what we are, especially the ones that's born in this dimension. Um, and I'm gonna say, well, I don't know for sure. I'm just gonna say up to 16 years old right now in 2026. So, yeah, the 16-year-olds, they're going to go, they're going to rebel, they're going to do where there's. Well, we plant this shit in their head, y'all. Think about it. And we did it to, well, it wasn't our fault. They did it to us too. And then generations. So this is what we're healing now. We're healing that past of a stop sign in your face. Stop. Stop. Um, Not saying not to help them, not saying not to intervene if you need to, not if there's something that they're not seeing, but be a little more compassionate. Ask source to help you guide them through this dimension. Um, Ask source to help guide you to help them and then guide you too, because you're going to learn from them too. Trust me. You learn from your children. And I'll never forget the saying, if we truly just allow it, and a little child will lead you. The closest thing to source, the most purest thing to source is a child. A child that hasn't been corrupted by an adult. And I'm not saying to put that blame on you, but what I'm saying is remember how we were a child. Remember how we seen the fairies, we knew there was a magical place. We knew there were so many things we could do. And we believed that the trees were talking to us. And we believed that the ground was alive. And we believed that there was little elves and things. And there were so special, little wonderful things. And they said it was our imagination. Remember? No. Elementors speak to me all the time. Uh, it's not your imagination. See? Don't take that away from these beautiful kids. Don't. Because they're our next generation. They're going to create the new earth. They're going to create more stable. I mean, we will all go into this. And I'm not afraid if I don't. Because I'm going to live what I can live right now as the child inside myself. Pickle. And I'm going to live that. It's deep. It goes so deep. I still can cry. Not just for me, but for everybody who was a child. And they said, don't be a child. But the child was the closest thing to Creator that we've ever been, especially in our adult life now. So believe in those fairies and know that they're there, because they are. Believe in the other dimensions. Believe in these beautiful, wonderful spirits that come and connect to you. And as for anything that's negative that might be coming, I have children who have night terrors. I've had to talk to parents to help them. Well, yes, you're going to see shadows. When you get good, you can get bad. But actually, the bad is what we put into their head. If they knew they were powerful from the get-go through God, through Source, and they were protected, if we trained them for that, if we had trained them from the get-go to remember how powerful they are and how they're a source of God, and if we just trained them to that, listen, their outlook would be so different. They wouldn't have nightmares. It'd be very rare. They wouldn't have insecurities. They wouldn't have non-confidence in themselves. They would manifest stuff almost like Bewitched. Well, I can't do it like her, but anyway, yeah. Bling. Seriously, think about it. We create generation, and nothing against us, but I'm saying we are the last generation of these precious children. We can create them to be the magnificent self of Creator that they are, or we can create another generation of us. And no offense about us, we're learning too. See, this is what's cool about this generation. We're learning how to step into ourselves now. We're learning about Source. We're learning how we're all one. But now, here's the parents that I'm trying to talk to. The new parents, the parents that's got kids up to 16 years old. Even though they're 16, you can still kind of give them a little mindset. I don't care how difficult they are. I don't care, it might need you to just fucking listen. Listen. For the older ones that, they're going through shit. They're here, they're there. But the best thing you could probably tell the older ones is to listen to their true self of being. God, Creator. Ask for Creator to help you. No matter what happens, ask for Creator. Ask for God. Ask for Source. Yeah, you can say, oh, well, some of them say Source told them to do this and kill some people. No. Yeah, unfortunately, there's going to be some that's here and there, and that's the older ones. But right now, when you got these little bitty little things, these little precious little humans, and they are just like, and if you watch them play, it will tap into your inner child. I wasn't Pickles the Clown for no reason. I did it, and I loved it because that was my inner child. And I helped children see that again and remember, because even if it was for an hour, because they wasn't wrong. They didn't do nothing wrong. They were children. It wasn't having to be this way or this way. They got to express themselves. They got to be who they wanted to be. Remember. And we were like that too when we were their age. And then somebody put that flask water on us. Well, I say flask water. Well, the hand. They put that hand on us and said, oh, you don't see that. No, you don't do that. You don't feel that. You don't, that's bad. Because we were conditioned too, and not saying nothing bad about us as mothers and fathers and family, elders. What I'm saying is, we were raised in that. Now let's get out of that. Let's change the fucking thing up. Let's wake up the fucking reality matrix right now. We're going to surprise the matrix. We're going to say, nope, no more. And let's create better things. If we can't do it for ourselves, at least do it for our children. Because that's the new creators. And I want to see the next generation of creators, even grandchildren I don't have yet, to be open to everything and knowing through Source, God, Creator, that we all are. I love you. And I just wanted to answer that. And about night terrors and things like that, put a glass of water too. You can set a glass of water and put intentions to help, and let the child say what the child wants to say into this glass of water. This can help bring confidence up. I mean, it's hard to go from condemning to making children and adults believe that they do have the power if they just went inside themselves. Well, it takes a little steps to get there. So sometimes water can help. Glass of water beside the bed. Put the intention of dissolving any negative energies or whatever, if they're having bad dreams and everything. And salt. I do believe in salt, especially Himalayan. And I mean, and I'm not a witch or anything. I mean, there's just some things that's elements from the earth, from Gaia. It's about your intent, though. It's truly about your intent. It's all about you knowing, but some people can't get there. They have to do some steps, and I've had to do that myself. So you go through these steps, right? And you're like, oh, well, let me do this. Let me do this. I'm going to put my tent here, put my tent here, and it's going to help me, right? Well, just like a pill. Somebody can give you a pill that's not even a real pill. It could be a Tic Tac and say, oh, this is going to cure you from zip, zip, zap, zap, whatever. Just take it. And you take it and you really believe that that pill is going to help you. And then an hour later, or let's say it's for your shoulder, you have shoulder pain. Oh, wow, that pill really worked. It's all intent. It's all about your mindset. Source has got you. Sometimes we have to walk up these steps to find Source. But we got it. Remember Source. We're all one. And I love you all, and I send protection and love until you remember your own. That's all it is.